Damn it! We can't allow any contagious individuals to leave. Shoot, Snake! Snake, are you just gonna let the contagion spread? Shoot, Snake. If you don't, we'll have to torch the place.
Maybe there's another way. I don't want to have to do it, man. They're not letting me do it any other way. No, he just keeps getting up again and again and again. I have no choice. It's a bad way to die, but...
Has died.
I don't understand why the other guy didn't get up, but this one just keeps on getting up. Unbelievable resilience. So these parasites, what do? They seem to give this guy superpowers. Next time we'll shoot him in the leg, and then final call. Yeah, he's just...
Has died.
That's it. That's good.
had no choice.
You still have those goggles. If you see a glow in someone's throat, that means they are infected.
Oh shit.
And all you can do is give them a quick death.
So I guess the cull begins. So...
Don't go outside. It's too dangerous.
well, everyone inside's infected, so I have to kill everyone inside. So, Metal Gear Solid gets all Last of Us for a bit.
He's infected. Kill him, boss. We can't save him now.
Has died.
Then,
So they're really showing you how Big Boss
sorry.
became, kind of, had to become the villain of the later Metal Gear games. Well, he wasn't around for most of the Metal Gear Solids, but especially the Metal Gear games.
Has died.
You just killed your own... Emmerich, what the hell? Nobody asked for your opinion. You expect me to just stand by and watch this?
That's rich. I really want to know if there's an option. Like, did we have a choice of not having to do this? I doubt it, because I think, like I said, this is part of Big Boss's metamorphosis into the man he becomes later on. How do we... I need to get out of here. I had enough of killing my own people. There's still a few more floors of this, unfortunately.
Staff member has died.
I have to kill them all, man.
The parasite has mutated into something unthinkably disastrous. Anyone infected will become symptomatic, at which point it cannot be saved.
Oh, he shot back at me. Okay.
Has died.
Yeah, they're going to shoot back at me as well. If I don't do it, then I don't have much choice. What if I just bypass them? But then again, I've already killed like 15
You're
people.
insane, Snake! He was one of your men!
Yeah, it's classic Metal Gear messing with your mind. They want you to say, yeah, I've already killed as many of them as possible. And they want you to just start doing it like it's anything, like they're not even people. To try and get you to feel what Big Boss eventually started to feel.
Has died.
You yourself said we're a family! Or was it all lies?
Luckily it's Huey telling me all this shit, because if it was someone else I might have been a lot more psychologically affected. Is this the way out? No. mean, if they're family, I think all of them are willing to die for the cause, for it to not spread. But I think I have to kill every one of them or I fail the mission, am I wrong? I don't think I can leave anyone alive here. I bet there's one that isn't symptomatic. I feel like there must be one. Oh man.
We live and die by your order, boss. Boss.
Shit, they're all infected, man. I can't do it. What happens if I leave? I've got to know if I fail the mission here. This scene has proved too powerful for me, I can't do it. Shut the music down. I'm gonna leave. I've got to know. If I fail the mission, then I'll come back and kill them all. But having a bunch of your own shooting a bunch of men in the face that are saluting you is too much. Luckily there weren't any kids in here. I don't think they could have done that. Where was I swear I found the exit a minute ago. The boss is not going to decide on those guys. You see, it's one of them things. You think I've killed everyone else, why didn't I just kill those guys as well? But it's just I can't get out, damn it.
I looked at the staff
Oh
list,
no.
and there are still people you haven't
No.
checked. If they're not infected, bring them out. Otherwise, eliminate them.
But every single one of them is infected, right? All of them. There isn't a single one that isn't. They're all infected, man. Ah. Alright, sorry boys. The hands are in the way, so I can't make it quick.
Shooting your own
Whew.
Hang on, boss. Is he wearing a mask? He might not be infected. Examine him with those goggles.
I think they want to make you feel a tiny bit better by at least saving one guy.
Carry the rescue team member to the exit. He's the only one not infected.
So, yeah, so they want to give you at least one little thing to make you feel a tiny bit better, having just shot 20 of your men in the face.
Thank you, boss.
Damn, that shit was powerful. I mean, what do you think of the psychology of a man that's just had to do what Big Boss had to do? It's insane. So this is the shining light even in death thing. So, because we see from their throats that there's light coming from it, from the goggles. That's what it was about. Ah. Kojima, you've done it again.
Got a survivor. Unlock the door. Wait. I don't think I made it after all.
What? You just checked him. Could it have progressed this quickly? Boss, take another look at him with the goggles.
Oh man, Kojima's not giving you anything. He's not giving you an inch. He's saying, I want you to 100% feel the horror.
He is infected.
But we've got a gas mask as well, so...
Waiting now. All of them. Do it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Has died.
I'm sorry, boss.
Damn, not even a reprieve, man. Kojima, you're evil. But why... What? I still can't get out? They're not letting me out, are they? Is what I thought. Am I glowing? I'm not glowing yet. Let me out, damn it.
Boss, kill the infected. Use those goggles to look at everyone.
Who's left? some on higher floors. I thought that was the end of the experience. See, this is why sometimes video games can be more powerful than film when it comes to storytelling. There's no film that can ever put you in the shoes of a character facing what Big Boss is facing right now. That's why sometimes you've got to give it up to these games. The Master's done it again. I'm running out of battery.
Member has died.
Is this the final one? He's symptomatic, right?
I can't take this anymore.
Member has died.
I think that's it. No, there's another one. Damn it, he's on the higher floor. So many rooms in here.
The map has been updated.
Oh boy.
Staff member has died.
That was I don't care too much about that staff member that's died after I've just had to kill 25 of my own with a shot to the head. That kids is why Kojima is the man. Whoa. S rank. Killing your comrades. Damn, that was a mission and a half. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, if you're going to have storyline missions, this is what I'm saying, you know. The previous 3 or 4 that we did had nothing. So this went some way towards kind of sorting things out in that regard. But damn, my heroism took a hit there, understandably. But I think it's pretty heroic, the fact that, you know, being the boss, he undertook the responsibility to do that. I mean, that takes an incredible amount of, I don't even know what to call it, just like psychological strength, I guess. It's insane. But couldn't Big Boss have just left and they could have just blown up the quarantine bit and just kind of sent it to the bottom of the ocean? That might have been a better way to do it than have the boss shoot everyone in the face individually. I don't know. But I guess maybe it could have still somehow spread. It could have got into the water or something. I don't know. So where do you even go from here? Who calls this? Well, I have one or two ideas, but I still think Wyatt's involved. Because how else is Cypher going to do it? But then again, it could be Huey, could be Ocelot. You know, he gave Cars the whole "I could be a spy" line. Could be anyone.
There's nothing we could have done for them. We're all grateful, boss.
It's your fault! They're dead because of you!
What?
He's right. I killed him with my own hands.
They were on your side! I'm on your side! And you turned them all to ashes!
They wanted you to shoot. It was that or be burned alive. Come on. Let's get this over with.
Wait. I won't scatter your sorrow to the heartless sea. I will always be with you. Plant your roots in me. I won't see you end as ashes. You're all diamonds.
We're not burying them at sea. What then?
We'll make diamonds from their ashes. Take them into battle with us.
A shining light to our brothers in arms. Even in death.
We are diamond dogs.
Whoa, that scene gave me goosebumps, man. I have not had goosebumps like that playing a video game for a long time. That scene was pure power. I think it's for scenes like that that they brought Kiefer in as Big Boss. He really nailed it there. That was good. Damn.
Mission list updated.
I don't know how you do it. All I could do was obsess over revenge. doubting my comrades along the way. But even after all we've accomplished, the phantom pain never let up. If anything, it just got worse. But you understood that from the start, didn't you? From the moment you opened your eyes in that hospital, you knew it wouldn't go away. Yet you've been fighting the pain and confronting your phantoms the whole time. Knowing full well the battle would never end, not till the day you die. I respect that now, more than ever. It's an honor and a privilege, Big Boss.
Yeah, true that. I mean, what kind of humanity can remain in a man after having to endure everything that Big Boss has in his life? I mean, we think of Solid Snake and we think, like, remember the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 when Otacon said that Snake had a hard life. Yeah, he had a hard life, but fuck me, Big Boss has seen some shit, man.
Please select a mission.
He's had to do some things that probably not many people in history have had to go through. And he's still here, and he's still there. I love the diamond now on his on the top of his arm, on his shoulder. Oh man, that was good. That's what I came to play this game for, man. You know, when I waited like however many years it was, 7 years since Metal Gear Solid 4, 5 years since Peace Walker, I played this game because I wanted to see scenes like that. I wanted to experience things like that. That absolutely nailed it. I wish it was scattered a little bit more in between. We didn't have to like have an hour and a half of pretty much nothing. From here onwards, from after Sahelanthropus, it was like a lull over here with only tiny little sprinklings and endless cassettes, and then they gave you the massive punch with this mission. So yeah, good stuff. What can I say? Okay. Oh man, this mission was difficult. Alright, guess we don't have any choice. It's been a fairly long session. I think I'm going to stop here. I'll listen to the cassette tapes because I want to. And then we'll end it here. So let's see what happened and if there's any need for discussion.
12 hours after exposure to the blood of a symptomatic colleague, I found myself making my way up the stairs to this room. And I am not alone. Everyone who's infected, we've all come up here wanting to get outside.
So I mean, is it because they want sunlight? Is it a parasite that feeds off sunlight? It's the kind of, well, isn't it the same thing that the Quiet has? The need for like sunlight to photosynthesize, etc.
I know full well I mustn't leave, given the possibility I'm infected. Yet, I can't contain this urge I feel inside me, like the alcoholic who tries to make any excuse for one more drink. Every step I took up those stairs filled me with this sense of bliss. I still have all my wits about me. It took no time at all to rewire the electronic lock and open the emergency exit. Then, just as I was about to set foot outside, I finally realized what was going on. This desire for freedom is not my own, but that of the vocal cord parasites inside me. They want the ravens to feed on us, pecking us to death. Attracted by these sweet secretions, they have mutated to facilitate this.
So all they want to do is just basically survive and multiply. That's become, they have this new way of basically getting themselves to spread and multiply.
The sweet smell is powerful enough to attract even a species with such a weak nose. So, before the parasites take complete control, I must. Most of the staff in here are already infected. At least, everyone I've looked at is. Infection with this parasite causes a high fever in the pharynx I have modified a pair of night vision goggles to react only to this temperature range. With these goggles, you can identify who is infected. Other infected will, like me, feel compelled to make it outside. If the ravens get their meal, they'll head for land next. That cannot be allowed to happen.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil, but it's not going to help you get over what's happened psychologically.
The whole idea of the vocal cord parasites was that they'd only copulate once exposed to a specific language over time. But the parasites infecting our men in the laboratory laid their eggs straight away. The larvae were eating their lung tissue almost immediately. What kind of mutation was it?
Those who were infected and cured still carried the vocal cord parasites in their throats. They were still there, but the males had been rendered female by the Wolbachia, and copulation could not occur, so we thought.
But, you know, copulate's gone copulate. It's just how it goes, man.
It is the Wolbachia that mutated.
Not the parasites?
You remember I told you the Wolbachia attempts to maximize its number of female infected hosts?
Yes, hence the male-to-female transformation.
Precisely. But other Wolbachia strains use different methods. Cytoplasmic incompatibility, killing the males, and parthenogenesis.
English, Doc.
Parthenogenesis. Aphids. Aphids use that to reproduce via females only.
Again, Ocelot. How the fuck could you possibly know that? He's insane, this guy.
Very good. The females lay their eggs without a male present, creating clones of themselves in explosive numbers. Parthenogenesis was originally a means for an organism to take maximum advantage of abundant resources by increasing its numbers. Certain strains of Wolbachia force this to occur, to create more and more infected females.
And that's why our men develop symptoms in the blink of an eye.
Wolbachia causing parthenogenesis is common in parasitic wasps. Of course, the Wolbachia I introduced to you men did not have this characteristic, but I believe the mutation, whatever it was, caused it to force parthenogenesis in its host, the vocal cord parasites. The Wolbachia we used to prevent egg laying became the agent of limitless reproduction.
There's something else. The symptomatic infected in the laboratory all wanted to get outside, even knowing there was napalm waiting for them out there. You said the parasites made them act that way, but parasites controlling humans. Is it possible?
Parasites altering the host's behavior is a common occurrence in the world of nature. Long ago, the vocal cord parasites had this ability, but even I never foresaw they might control humans.
Unit dispatched.
Until I heard the things your man said.
You mean the researcher on the top floor? The bit about, I'm not a snail.
Unit
Yes.
dispatched.
Among parasitic worms, there is a genus called Leucochloridium that uses snails as intermediary hosts. As you know, snails prefer dark, gloomy environments. But once parasitized by Leucochloridium, they desire to be in the light. And that is not all. The parasitic worms thrust themselves into the snail's antennae, making them swell to abnormal size. The snail, meanwhile, frantically wiggles its antennae as the parasites squirm inside. The swollen, wriggling antennae soon resemble caterpillars.
I don't get it.
It is so they can be eaten by birds. Leucochloridium needs a bird as its definitive host. To breed, they require their snail host to be snapped up by a predator. So they make the humble snail appear to be a delicious caterpillar and lead it to somewhere in open sight.
So you mean the staff trying to get outside
Was so the birds could pick at them. The parasites altered their mental state, making them crave higher places and to be outdoors. I can only surmise that both the Wolbachia and the parasites mutated before the ancestors of the vocal cord parasites infected humans. Their hosts were birds. What we saw in the laboratory was some throwback to that time. The parasites attempting to make birds their intermediary hosts.
sounds insane.
A praying mantis that is host to a parasitic hairworm will dive into water and drown itself, just so the hairworm can lay its eggs in water. Rats infected with Toxoplasma gondii lose their instinctive caution and run right up to cats. Just some of the many ways parasites control the host.
But we're humans. Surely our minds are too complex for that.
I thought just the same. Free will is what makes us human, so it never occurred to me that the parasites could be controlling the symptomatic. But the mood, the will of a person can be easily affected by the balance of their cerebral substances. Take the toxoplasma I mentioned. It does infect humans, and it is thought the infected develop a more reckless attitude.
But to think that mutations occurred in both the Wolbachia and its parasite hosts.
Your observation is most apt. Both mutations occurring at once indicates the presence of a powerful mutagen.
I see. Keep working on narrowing down what it was.
So does that mean they're trying to say that like the mutation wasn't an accident, it wasn't a coincidence that it happened? I don't know. I think obviously they're going somewhere with that. So I think we're done with the cassettes. Alright, good. So I am done for today. And we will get to the bottom of this and pretty much get to the end of the game hopefully in the next session, because
Please select a mission.
I mean, as far as I know, mission 46 is pretty much the ending. So we'll see how it goes. Do we have any new side ops? No, we don't. No story ones anyway. Okay. Alright, see you guys in the next session. Take care. It's been an interesting one.